Now, Teresa said she would be in Judge Riley's chambers.
They're dead. They're both dead.
I warned you, Chad. I refuse to let Whitney tell Valerie I'm cheating on her. So since you couldn't keep Whitney's mouth shut, I shut it for her. Permanently.
Attention, class. Transfiguration spells can be difficult. Cominciato. Sweet pea, I know you have great natural gifts, but Witch's School will teach you how to develop those powers. I am so glad I decided to give you homeschooling. I don't know why I didn't think of it before. Those prigs at Hogwarts would try and make you conform to their so-called standard of wizardry, and then where would we be? Your wild zest for magic would be stunted. No, homeschooling is definitely the answer for you, my girl. And that way, we'll be able to spend every moment of every day together. Dora Lennox, a poisoned apple for me? I see you've taken my advice and you're reading the classics. Afraid not. That is a mortal in Harmony who's trying to steal my thunder. Somehow, his evil frequency has contaminated our blackboard. But don't worry. That evil magic won't affect us, but it will ruin some of the lives of the most prominent citizens of Harmony. Oh, Windora, that's why education is so important. Even with my vast experience, I cannot figure out who is behind these fiendish acts. Anyway, not much we can do about it right now, is there?
This whole thing is a travesty of the American justice system, is what it is.
Just calm down, okay?
I can't calm down. Your brothers are being railroaded here by Judge Riley. He wants to combine their trials into one and start immediately? I don't know what this blackmailer has on Riley, but it's got to be big because he wants your heads.
We just heard about the hearing, and now this?
It's ludicrous. Judge Riley should be disbarred.
It's the blackmailer.
Oh, no.
Yeah, he or she has something on Judge Riley. It's making him stretch the law to its legal limits because he wants Luis and Miguel's trials to be combined into one and to start immediately.
Immediately? You mean right now?
Right now. It sickens me.
It can't be legal to run these trials in tandem.
Yet here we are. And the worst part about it is I can't prove that the judge is being blackmailed.
This whole town is under the power of one sick individual.
I filed motions to stop the proceedings, and I've had no luck. So the only thing I can do is try my best to get these cases through and hope that I can prove them innocent.
Innocent? Mr. Winthrop, you do amuse me. Grace Nancier, the TV lawyer, she almost destroyed Eve. She's vicious. I beg to differ. It's the Lopez Fitz boys that are the vicious ones here. Murder, attempted murder, rape, arson. They're a two-man killing spree.
Grace, what are you doing here?
Haven't you heard? You have no chance of proving these vicious criminals innocent. Because as Harmony's new DA, it is my job to prove them guilty.
The new DA?
Guilty. I love that word. Miguel, you, young man, when I'm finished with you, will be languishing behind bars for the rest of your life. And you will be executed by the state. Ah, I have a sweet idea. Why don't we have a good old-fashioned hanging on the town green?
Enough of mortal evil. Well, let's get back to work. No, sweet pea. It's school time now. I think the first thing that we should work on is your cauldron technique. Something simple. Nitroglycerin, perhaps. Go see the cauldron. Oopsie. Ooh, that's a good one. Now, you stir in, Dora. That's right. Now, nice and easy, because you know, nitroglycerin is very volatile. Just nice and slow.
I'm stirring.
Yes, you're stirring. Oh, not so fast, not so fast, sweet pea. Yes. That's good, that's good. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no, slow it down, slow it down. Ridiculous. Counterbund is gonna blow.
Gotta get an ambulance or a meat wagon. They're alive. Hey. Are you okay? What? Thank God. I thought you were dead. Whitney. Oh, thank God. Damn. Whitney survived.
What happened? Whitney? Shad, oh my God! Oh my God! What happened?
It was an accident. The scaffolding just started shaking. I didn't do nothing.
Marble fell.
Okay, don't move. Just stay here and let me check you out. And what happened exactly?
Well, he pushed me out of the way. He saved me, Mom. Honey, you saved my life.
You two are so lucky. It looks like you don't have anything but just bruises and scrapes. Did that marble hit you in the head?
Oh, no, but my head certainly hit the floor. What are you doing here, Mom?
Luis and Miguel's trial. They called me down to testify in case I was needed.
Yeah, Teresa called me to be here, too. It's so awful.
Yeah, I know. It's terrible.
Oh, and you, honey. I'm glad you were here and you saved my life, but what are you doing at the courthouse?
I'm warning you, baby. If your wife tries to tell Valerie I'm cheating on her, it'll be the last thing that Whitney ever does.
I heard about the trial, too. I'm just glad I was here to support you while you were supporting your friends.
Well, that is very sweet, but I think that you and Whitney need to go home and get some rest. You never know with blows to the head. And I want you to take it easy.
Okay, I'll go home and be with Miles, and I guess I'll just text Teresa and let her know what happened.
Oh, Janice, I am so sorry. The marble just fell.
That is unacceptable. My daughter and son-in-law could have been killed.
I know. I just wish I could explain it. Everything went according to plan, except for the fact that Whitney's still alive. For the moment. But that'll change very quickly.
God, you took 10 years off my life. Oh, God, I'm so frightened.
No, it's okay. I mean, it was an accident. What are you going to do?
That was no accident.
The blackmailers set us up good here. This instant trial is unfair. I wish we had more time to catch this damn blackmailer. Then we could have proven that you guys are innocent.
So are you saying there isn't a way that we can stop this?
We have one thing that could work in our favor. We have the jury. I mean, if we can pick a sympathetic jury for Louisa Miguel, then we're good.
Yes, 12 unbiased citizens who will give them a fair chance.
Yeah, so say a prayer. An unbiased jury is the only hope we got.
All rise. Honorable Judge Riley presiding.
We can't be starting already. We haven't even heard the rules of procedure yet.
Be seated.
Your Honor,
Silence. Now, we are here today to condemn, to try Luis and Miguel Lopez Fitzgerald for murder, attempted murder, rape, and you know the rest. So bring in the jury.
I'm sorry, the what?
Call the jury.
Your Honor, I object. Who are these people?
Did you get the memo? This is our jury.
Are you kidding me?
Silence. Jury selection was 30 minutes ago, Mr. Winthrop. And since you couldn't be bothered to show up to work for the defense of your client.
I got first pick. Lucky me.
Excuse me. I was not made aware of jury selection, and this whole thing is nonsense.
This is justice, my version. Since you weren't here to object to any of my choices, I got to choose a jury of my peers.
Each one of them a death penalty-loving felon. Oh, Endora. What disaster. Absolute disaster. I know. My apologies. She'll learn. She's just a little demon having fun. Well, you remember some of your youthful pranks, don't you? Pompeii, Krakatoa. Well, ever since that no demon left behind law was passed, witchcraft schooling has been taken very seriously. The boys in the basement insist that you learn absolutely everything on their standard curriculum. And then they'll test you and test you and test you. What now? Who's that? Oh. Endora, will you cast a little spell and clean up the living room? Oh, there's a good demon. Your whole future is at stake here, Endora. You should take witch school more seriously. Oh! Not funny, Endora. What do I owe this pleasure?
Well, I came here to talk to you about our daughter's future, but I heard you just speaking to her about it. What exactly is which school?
Ethan, isn't there anything you can do?
You heard him.
What about calling the governor?
Called the governor. He's not returning my calls. For all I know, the blackmailer's gotten to the governor, too.
Then there's no hope Miguel's going to jail.
Hey, it's okay. Don't worry about me. It's Luis I'm worried about.
Would you ladies kindly separate yourself from the defendants, or do you want to wait outside in the corridor?
This is horrible. What if Luis gets the death penalty? I can't lose him.
Well, maybe you should have thought of that before you went after Luis. You know you've always been a walking magnet for chaos and pain.
Sure. Would you stop? This is hard enough already, okay?
I'm sorry. I'm just so worried about you.
Listen, you two, whatever your differences are, set them aside right now. We gotta stay united here. You saw what Grace Nancer did at Eve's trial, right? She'll try to turn us all against one another, and she'll use that to get a guilty verdict, okay?
Well, from the looks of that jury, that won't be too hard.
I got news for you. You're gonna be a prime target for her. You're Luis's best friend, and you know Miguel. I mean, heck, Miguel's the father of your granddaughter. But just watch out, because she's gonna use you to strike against Luis.
Your first witness, Miss Nancer?
Excuse me, Your Honor. Are we gonna have opening statements today or not?
Mr. Winthrop, I have warned you. As judge, I have total leeway in setting the order of this trial.
And you are doing a peachy job, I must say. Ladies and gentlemen, Your Honor, my first witness will help outline the truly horrifying evidence against these vicious criminals, Luis and Miguel Lopez Fitzgerald.
Vicious criminals, Your Honor, I object to this.
Overruled.
Thank you, Your Honor. The state would like to call to the stand Harmony Police Chief Sam Bennett.
Excuse me, what was all that about which school?
I beg your pardon?
I heard you. You said which school. What's next? Black cats and broomsticks?
Oh, no. No, I was saying which school. You know, which. W-H-I-C-H. Oh, which school? Oh, that's funny. What, you mean like the Harry Potter books? No. I was just wondering out loud which school would be right for Endora.
Yes, well, fine. Which school do you think is best?
Well, homeschool, of course.
I beg your pardon?
Yeah, well, I will teach her here at home. I will homeschool her.
That'd still be absurd.
Well, she's my daughter. I can educate her as I like.
She is my daughter, too, Tabitha. Oh, darling. Oh, my sweetheart. You're becoming such a beautiful young lady. Oh, yes.
What are you doing here anyway, Julian?
I'm here to tell you my plans for my daughter's future.
My daughter's future, you mean?
I've set up an appointment for Endora to meet with the entrance committee from the Paul Revere preschool.
What, you mean that school for snobs?
Well, it has quite an elite reputation, yes, but it's a marvelous school. I pulled some strings, so they will consider Endora. They're going to be here shortly, and I want you to be on your best behavior. I'm going to make sure that my daughter goes to the best preschool in this country.
Phew, over your dead body.
Hey, honey, you sure you're okay?
Yeah. It does certainly hurt, though. Guess that floor was a lot harder than my head, right?
You want me to call in some prescription painkillers for you? It'll help you sleep. And you know, you need to put some antibiotic cream on these scratches and these scrapes. Thank God you were there, Chad. That accident could have taken Whitney away from us for good.
Hey, you know, I'm gonna head to the drugstore. Get that prescription.
That's a good idea. I'll call it in right now.
Good. I'll be back in a flash. I'm gonna track down that bastard Vincent and make him pay for what he did with me.
This time, Whitney, I'll make sure you don't tell Valerie a damn thing.
Chief Bennett, you arrested both of the defendants, isn't that correct?
Yes, I've known Luis and Miguel
Yes
my whole life.
or no, please?
Yes.
And the evidence against both of the defendants is overwhelming, isn't that correct?
Yes, but in my opinion, they were
Just
both
yes or
set
no,
up.
please?
Yes.
In fact, in a private conversation with Mayor Annawalt, you admitted that if these cases were presented to you without the defendants' names attached, you would think that they were both... I want to quote you exactly, because you are an officer of the law and a well-known expert on criminal behavior. Yes, you said, quote, "It appears the defendants are guilty as hell."
You cannot use what I said because
You're under
that's
oath,
irrelevant.
Chief. Did you or did you not say that it appears the defendants are guilty as hell?
Yes. That's what I said.
Ladies, don't let me warn you again. Now just keep to your side of the barrier.
I told you, Julian. I don't want you to have any part of my daughter's life.
Let's get something straight, Tabitha. It may be a secret, but Endora is my daughter. She is a crane, and she is going to receive the best education this country has to offer. To ensure that, she must go to the right preschool. And then she must go to the right elementary school, the right prep school, the right university, and the right graduate program.
I can teach her.
We have already failed her because she's not enrolled in the right preschool. But the people from Paul Revere are willing to overlook that, considering the sizable donation I made to their endowment.
You are not going to force my daughter into some overprivileged preschool. She is going to stay here at home with me. I will teach her.
What qualifications do you have? Aside from the fact you make a hell of a cocktail, what can you possibly teach her? What? An apple a day keeps the doctor away? Our 19th century.
Yes, that's true. But the old ways are the best ways. Go ahead, eat it. You'll have no need of doctors if you do.
No, thank you.
Listen to me, Julian. I love this little girl more than anything in the universe. So take that as my teaching credential. Because she is not going to preschool, and that is final.
That Miles is such a pistol.
Yes, he is. Just like his father.
God, honey, I'm so glad to see the two of you doing so well.
Thank you, Mom. We really, really are, you know? I just wish everyone we knew was in such a committed relationship, you know, like we are. You know, that brings me to something I was thinking about asking you.
Oh, well, of course, honey.
Well, we have this friend, and, well, he used to be a friend. Vincent? You know Vincent?
Oh.
He's with Valerie. Well, I just found out that he's cheating on her.
Oh, gosh. That's that what's good for the goose is good for the gander.
What?
I'm sorry. No, scratch that.
Okay, well, well, what do you think I should do? I mean, really? I mean, should I tell Valerie the truth, that Vincent turned out to be nothing but a bum?
Ah, that's a tough question. Excuse me, honey. Oh, sweetie, I gotta go. They need me at the hospital.
Oh, okay.
I want you to take that pill when Chad comes back with it, okay? And get some rest. And as for Valerie, I don't know if I would tell her about Vincent. I mean, that's very tricky. You and Valerie have been becoming closer.
Yeah.
And sometimes when one friend has to tell another friend bad news about their personal life, it can turn into a shoot the messenger situation.
Yeah, that's kind of what Chad said to me, too.
Then at the same time, I don't like when people are lied to because I know how much pain that brings. I'm sure Valerie deserves to hear the truth.
I think she does. I really do think she does deserve it, and I'm going to tell her. I'm going to tell her the truth about Vincent.
Okay. Well, you get some sleep, okay? And I'll just talk to you later.
Okay. Bye, Mommy.
Bye, baby. Mwah.
So sorry, Dr. Russell. Next time you see your daughter, she'll be dead.
Bailiff, separate these women from the defendants.
That won't be necessary, bailiff. It must be devastating for the defendants and the defendants' loved ones to learn that the chief of police says you're guilty as hell.
You're taking my remark out of context. After I said that, I then went on to say that I knew they weren't guilty because Luis Miguel would never do it.
Jury will disregard Chief Bennett's last statement.
Your Honor, I object to that.
Overruled.
Oh, that's it. Get up. Get up. Get up. Bailiff, I want you to take the defendants to the side room, please.
Oh, and what is this?
Your Honor, even you know that my defendants have a right to regroup and plan their strategy, and they have a right to know the evidence that's against them.
Because they're afraid of the truth? They should be.
Well, I object to that, too.
Overruled. But if you would like to confer with the defendants, you certainly may. Meanwhile, the trial continues.
Excuse me, without me or the defendants present.
Well, I don't know. Will it really make any difference?
Not at this point, no. Fine. Listen, there's no need for you two to hear this. Why don't you go, and I'll see you shortly, okay?
Ethan, what's your plan?
For what it's worth, for Miguel, I'm going to rely on circumstantial evidence. I'm going to try to prove that there's no way Fox could have seen that it was Miguel driving that car that hit him. For you, I'm going to rely on Fancy's testimony. I think once the jury sees Fancy and sees that she believes there's no way in hell that you could have hurt her, there's no way they're going to be able to see you as a rapist or a murderer, okay?
Yeah.
Luis, I know it's weak. It's all I got.
So it all comes down to my testimony?
I'm afraid so.
You scared me half to death.
Sorry. I knocked, but no one answered.
Well, you shouldn't just be walking into people's homes like that.
I know. Yeah, I was so worried. I heard about your accident. I wanted to make sure that you were okay.
Right. Well, I'm fine. And I would really just love to be alone. I just want to get some rest.
I'm sure you do. An accident like that must have been traumatic.
Look, Vincent, if you came here to try to talk me out of telling Valerie that you're two-timing her, you're wasting your breath. Because I've already decided I'm going to tell her the truth.
You got me. Again. You're right. I don't want you to tell Valerie anything. And I'll do anything to make you stop.
Chief Bennett, let's review what Miguel Lopez Fitzgerald said in your presence. You've attested that Miguel admitted fighting with Fox Crane, that he thought Fox was crawling off to die, and that he'd hoped he'd killed him.
But in context, that statement is...
Yes or no, please? How many times do I have to ask you?
Yes.
Clearly, this witness is biased toward the defendants.
I object.
Overruled.
I'd also like to go over how many times was it? 3 times that Luis Lopez Fitzgerald escaped your custody.
Come on, Fancy, you gotta turn the tide on this one. Or else there's little hope for Luis.
What? If Ethan's right, it all boils down to you. So don't make a mistake. I will not let Luis be executed for something he did not do. Why are you here, Aunt Sheridan? Shouldn't you be at home with your husband and your son?
I care about justice.
Oh, you care about Luis, admit it. You love him more than ever. You'll do anything to get him back. Just make sure the jury finds Luis innocent. Say whatever you have to say on that stand. Make sure the jury does not find Luis guilty. Because if they do, I will hold you responsible.
And then what? You'll make me pay? What is this, some kind of threat?
Make sure the jury finds Luis innocent, or you will have to answer to me.
I would never allow my daughter to attend a school run by uptight, pretentious, blue-blooded Yankee snobs.
Tabitha, Endora is my daughter, too, and I am going to make sure that she receives the best education possible in this country. The women from the committee will be here soon. I want you to mind your P's and Q's. I'm sure they'll love my daughter, at least. Perhaps they will deal with her dubious parent.
Oh, my... Out!
The committee women will be here soon. You treat them well, Tabitha, and I will start court proceedings to have Endora taken away from you. Charm the ladies, Tabitha. Give them an afternoon they will never forget.
I think it's time for Julian to visit my basement. Oh, wait a minute. What did he say? Charm the committee? Give them an afternoon they'll never forget. Ho, 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 Endora. With the combined powers of 2 witches, those women will have an afternoon of their lives.
Where the hell is Vincent? I can't find him anywhere. Voicemail again. Vincent, listen to me. If you're smart, you're on your way out of town. I'm gonna kill you for what you did to Whitney.
Okay, Ethan, what happened in there? Yeah, did that witch go over all the evidence?
I'll tell it. It went down just the way we knew it would.
The evidence was pretty damning.
I didn't see you in the courtroom.
Oh, I've been there the whole time.
Yeah, Fox, you really shouldn't be here. I mean, you're a witness for the prosecution. And I need to tell you this straight up. You better watch out, because I'm gonna rip you apart on that stand if I have to, all right?
All I can do is tell the truth.
Fox, please, you can't really be sure that you saw Miguel driving the car that night. Why don't you just recant when you're on the stand?
You mean lie?
Yes, lie.
Look, okay, I don't want to hurt you or cause you any pain, but I will testify to what I saw. That's all I can do.
No, he's right. Recanting wouldn't do anything either, because even if Fox said that suddenly he didn't think it was Miguel behind the wheel of the car, Nancy would use that too and just say that Fox was being manipulated behind the scenes somehow. My best to make sure that your testimony is considered unreliable, all right?
Do your worst.
Miguel, I'm sorry. This isn't fair.
You will lose, Miguel, Kay. You can bet on it.
Ethan, will I have to testify soon?
Yeah, right now.
Actually, you're late. I've already called Fancy Crane to the stand. Darling, you are my star witness. Your testimony will help put Louise Lopez Fitzgerald to death.